All praises to the Most High God of Israel and His only begotten Son. I'm gonna finish my lesson that I was doing called Labor Part 2. So I'm gonna get straight into this lesson because it's gonna be a quick, short lesson. And all praises to all my brothers and sisters that scattered throughout the four corners of the earth that's keeping the commandments, the law, statutes, and loving their neighbor as the royal law said. So I'm gonna go to Genesis 5:28 because it's dealing with the labor, so the work that mighty men had to go through and endure. So I'm gonna go to Genesis chapter 5 verse 28. I'm gonna start there. And Lamech lived 182 years and begat a son. 29. And he called his name Noah, saying, This same shall comfort us concerning our work. Why would he say that? Because a lot of men before us, before Noah, they had a lot of work to endure. They had a lot of things they had to go through, and never know the harshness they had to deal with Cain descendants. But I'm gonna finish this up. So it say, and he called his name Noah, saying, This same shall comfort us concerning our work and toil of our hands, because of the ground which Yahweh had cursed. So when this was an assignment given, and this was actually a blessing given to Noah from birth. So I'm gonna go to chapter 6, verse 14. And it read, I'm gonna go to chapter verse 13. Elohim said unto Noah, The end of all flesh is come before me, for the earth is filled with violence through them. And behold, I will destroy them with the earth. That's another cut on people who don't follow the commandments, on thinking they can just do whatever they want to do. Okay, so the Most High is against that. And I'm gonna say, read it again. And Elohim said unto Noah, The end of all flesh is come before me, for earth is filled with violence through them. And behold, I will destroy them with the earth. 14. Here comes the job that was given to to Noah. Make thee an ark of gopher wood. Room shall thou make in the ark, and thou shalt cover it with pitch within and without. And this is how thou shalt make it. The length of the ark shall be 300 cubits, the breadth of it 50 cubits, and the height of it 30 cubits. A skylight shalt thou make to the ark, and in a cubit shalt thou finish it above. And the door of the ark shalt thou set in the side thereof, with lower, with second, and with third story shalt thou make it. So that was a big assignment, to make a 3-story ark. Okay, that wasn't easy, but that was a job that was given to Noah, which lets you know the mighty men of God was some heavy workers, not just talkers, but heavy workers. So there's a lot of people that talk. There's a lot of people who actually, put in the labor for things that they need to do and get accomplished. Okay, so this was a very accomplished on Noah's behalf. So I'm gonna drop down to verse 19, and this is another big assignment. And of every living thing of all flesh, 2 of every sort shall thou bring into the ark. So not only he had a job to build it, but he also had to gather 2 of every kind of everything. And you think that's easy? Try again. But the Most High was with him and helped him out. And of every living thing of all flesh, 2 of every sort shalt thou bring into the ark, to keep them alive with thee. They shall be male and female, of birds according to kind, and of cattle according to kind, and of every creeping thing of the earth according to kind. 2 of every sort shall come unto thee, to keep them alive. So that was right there is a heavy task right there. That wasn't easy. So I'm gonna go to chapter 7, verse 1. And Yahweh said unto Noah, Come, thou and all thy house into the ark, For thee have I seen righteous before me in this generation. I'm going to read that again. And Yahweh said unto Noah, Come, thou and all thy house into the ark. For thee have I seen righteous before me in this generation. All right. Of every clean beast thou shalt take to thee by sevens, the male and his female, and of beasts that are not clean by two, the male and his female. Three, and of birds also of the heavens by seven, the male and the female, to keep seed alive upon the face of all the earth. So that was a job given to Noah right there. I don't even have to break that down because that's basically self-explanatory of the work that Noah had to do. So I'm gonna go to chapter 9, verse 20, and it reads, "Now after the flood, he still after building all that, that took a long time. Getting everything on board, that took a long time. And not only that, the things that he had to witness, you know, by doing that and accomplishing that and overcoming that. That's why he had endured that to the end. So that's why it's good to endure into the end, because you'll see a reward. So people who give up and quit on things, hey, some people ain't built to last in this thing. So that's why you have to endure to the end. You never know what the reward can be on certain things. Okay, so I'm gonna read chapter 9, verse 20, and it reads, "And Noah began to be an husbandman, and he planted a vineyard." So after all that stuff he went through by building the ark, this 3-story ark, he still turned around after that was done and built a vineyard. And I'm sorry, he planted a vineyard. That takes a lot of work. That takes a lot of work. Okay? So I'm going to read that one more time. "And Noah began to be a husbandman, and he planted a vineyard." So there you have it. There you have it with that right there. Yeah, so I'm gonna read one more passage. This dealing with after the flood, dealing with the language that we were speaking, and how the Most High wanted to separate the Hebrew, the language of the children of God from dealing with, the children of man. All right, chapter 11, 1. "And the whole earth was of one language and of few words. And it came to pass, as they journeyed from the east, that they found a plain in the land of Shinar, and they dwelt there. And they said one to another, Go, let us make brick, and burn them thoroughly. And they had brick for stone, and bitumen had they for mortar. So, and they said, Go to, let us build us a city." That's work. I'm going to read that again. "And they said, Go to, let us build us a city and a tower, whose top may reach unto the heavens. And let us make us a name, lest we be scattered abroad upon the face of the whole earth. And Yahweh came down to see the city and the tower, which the children of men built it." So that lets you know that these children of men built that. And verse 6, "And Yahweh said, Behold, the people is one, and they have all one language. And this they begin to do. And now nothing will hinder them from anything they purpose to do. Go to, let us go down, and there confound it their language." I'm going to read that again. "Go to, let us go down, and there confound their language, that there may not understand one another's speech." So there you have it right there. While so many other languages is on this earth as well. That's a lot of work. The Most High is in control of all of that. "Go to, let us go down, and there confound their language, that they may not understand one another's speech. So all praise to the Most High. Some might not understand this speech, you know, but I hope it touched one person, because mighty men work with their hands and they do mighty things. This is part 2. I'm gonna do part 3 soon as I can. And but all praises to my brothers and sisters who's keeping this truth, um, who's not being a talebearer, who's actually doing what the words say and studying to show themselves approved. All praises to the Most High Elohim. Amen.